What, according to you, are the three must-have competencies for a Chief Knowledge Officer?
Chief Knowledge Officer is a critical part of any organization. In organizations that end up sustaining a knowledge management framework, a knowledge management strategy, and have made knowledge management concept, strategies, and practice an integral part of the way the organization operates, they'll have a Chief Knowledge Officer at the C-level of the organization. We know that successful organizations have people accountable for the assets of the organization, the Chief Financial Officers responsible for the financial assets, the Chief Technology Officers responsible for the technology of the organization, the Chief Information Officer for the information assets of the organization, the HR, the human relations, in some organizations are called the Human Capital Officer, responsible for the human capital of the organization. It makes perfect sense to have someone accountable for the knowledge of the organization, the knowledge processes and strategies. This is the role of the Chief Knowledge Officer. Chief Knowledge Officer sits at the table with his counterparts or her counterparts, focused on leveraging the assets of which knowledge is one of those. So this Chief Knowledge Officer is really a unique position. There's a couple of critical attributes for someone in this role. Number one, they need to be first and foremost not necessarily experts in knowledge management, but they need to understand what knowledge management is about. I found, from my experience, that if you've been a knowledge management consultant, becoming a Chief Knowledge Officer essentially allows you to take the experience and insight you've developed as a consultant and focus it and apply it on a full-time basis within an organization. You're essentially a hybrid manager. You need leadership characteristics. You need to be a good communicator. You need to be a good facilitator. You have to be an advocate for knowledge management, but not in such a way that the organization feels like it's being forced upon them. More likely, a better way to say that is, the Chief Knowledge Officer needs to be an advocate for the ability of that organization to create value from its knowledge. So facilitation, communication skills, reasonable, likable personality. And one of the things that I often get asked is, do you need to be an expert in the particular business of that organization? And the answer is no. Because the implementation of KM or KM concept strategies and practices within an organization is going to be a focus of working with the technical experts in that organization. Subsequently, if you can get their attention and you can show them that there's value to be added from their ability to integrate these concept strategies and practice into their work processes, and then they see that value, you're very likely to get them to appreciate not only what you're trying to do, but in fact how you're trying to help them. So the CKO, the Chief Knowledge Officer, very critical role in any organization, and it's something that you need to ease into within an organization, because anytime an organization or people in leadership or management roles feel that work's being added to their plate, they're very likely to be polite to you, but essentially turn you off. So demonstrate value, show them that you're there to help them and that you're at their service, and you'll likely become very successful as a Chief Knowledge Officer.